Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon. I'm Chas Gayhart. First at 4, a former Kentucky governor was laid to rest today. Funeral services for Brereton Jones was held at Woodford County Church. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to people bidding farewell to a governor who they say did so much for the state.
Governor Brereton Jones and his family wanted to have these final services here at the Forks of Elkhorn Baptist Church here in Woodford County near Midway, where he raised his family, where Brereton Jones raised racehorses, and of course not far from the state capitol, where he made a strong mark in state government. And that church is right in the middle of horse country, surrounded by farms, the setting for his final service before Jones was taken to the final resting place for a private burial service. Today, family, friends, people that Jones worked with, along with lawmakers and other politicians, attended the service for the political leader that many say did not follow a traditional political lifestyle. His friends say that he always looked out for the common man and worked hard to try to help people. And he was also a jokester. And he would come over and sit down by me, and every time he would sit down, he'd always put his hand in my pocket. And when he would do that, I would look at him and he'd say, "Oh, Larry, I'm so sorry." He said, "I've been in politics so long," said, "always had my hand in somebody's pocket, and it's just hard to break that habit." And Jones' family says they have lost their hero, their leader, their pop, that is, he was affectionately called and referred to by. They say they are filled with incredible gratitude for the love and the outpouring they have been shown in his passing. In Woodford County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Brereton Jones moved to Kentucky from West Virginia and would frequently tell people that he came to the Commonwealth by choice, not by chance.
Well, the weather is fantastic across the mountains for your Tuesday afternoon. Let's take a live look over at Buffalo Mountain right now. You can see plenty of blue sky back in the distance. That temperature is mild today in the lower 80s right now for most of us, sitting at 81 at Buffalo Mountain, 81 also in Manchester, up to 86 in Somerset, a little bit cooler in the Big Sandy Valley, down to 74 in Prestonsburg and 75 over in Pikeville at this hour. Now, this awesome weather will continue into this evening. Up on the radar, we are dry, but notice as we zoom out, we are watching out for our next weather system, an area of low pressure near Chicago, and that will spark some showers and storms for our region by Wednesday, also into Thursday. So we are giving you that first alert for the middle of the week for an increase in those rain chances. But into this evening, if you have any plans, we stay dry once again under that mainly clear sky. And those temperatures falling into the upper 60s and lower 70s this evening, back in the lower 60s, though, as you wake up on Wednesday. And notice by Wednesday morning, watching out for an increase in that moisture and those rain chances. Your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Chas?
Thanks, Cameron. Well, President Joe Biden's decision to stand alongside United Auto Workers pickets in Michigan during their strike against major car makers underscores an allegiance to labor unions that appears to be unparalleled in presidential history. Experts in presidential and United States labor history say they cannot recall an instance when a sitting president has joined a strike.
We're fighting this corporate greed. They want to suppress our wages.
I'm making less per hour than I was 23 years ago. What's wrong with that picture?
As the strike expands, the economic impacts are already being felt. Ford announced yesterday it would pause work on a $3.5 billion electric vehicle plan in Michigan. We will have more about the UAW strike on Mountain News at 5:30. Here are some facts about the United Auto Workers strike. Some 13,000 auto workers walked off the job at midnight September 15th after union leaders were unable to agree on a new contract with Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis. The strikers are seeking a 46% increase in pay for the next 4 years. They also seek pension benefits for all employees, more paid time off, and a 4-day work week. Coming up on First at 4, NASA scientists are finding new evidence about the levels of sea ice in the Arctic and Antarctica.
And showers and thunderstorms are set to return by tomorrow. Your full forecast coming up.